Hello everyone, welcome back to the module 6 of our AI engineering crash course. In this module, we'll talk about open source tools, libraries, and models, and we'll start by presenting Hugging Face. So before that, we went through a simple presentation of AI and AI engineering. We talked about prompting. We talked about APIs or of the main provider's API in hosting infrastructure. We talked about retrieval augmented generation, and we went through AI agents as well to give you all the tools that you need to become a good AI engineer. In this part of the course, we'll talk about Hugging Face in general. I'll talk about open source models. We'll talk about how to deploy these models, how to fine tune these models, and then I'll briefly give you the tools and the general knowledge that you need to navigate the open source landscape of LLMs. So let's get started. So what is Hugging Face? We cannot talk about open source AI in general without introducing Hugging Face. Hugging Face is like GitHub for AI models. It is actually the hub where you can find almost anything you need to build a model on your own at a really, really low price. Okay. So maybe recently you saw the news about DeepSeek that trained a model at $6 million, right? You as a small company, you don't have $6 million to train an AI model. It's just too expensive. But you have a few hundred or thousand to be able to change the perspective of this model to suit your use case, right? And Hugging Face provides everything you need to do that. It's actually a hub where you can find models, like open source models. You can see DeepSeek here, DeepSeek image generation tool here, the a version of DeepSeek that you can run on your computer, and many other models. You can maybe find audio text to text, image to text models, object detection models. So you don't only have LLMs here, you have much more. You have so many models to do so many different things. Recently, they provided something pretty interesting for you to test these models directly online. So if you go to the space up there, you can actually search anything you want here in this like really directory of AI models. It's called AI App Directory. So you can do so many things. It can be using Midjourney to generate images, chatting with DeepSeek. So you can actually explore these models directly on Hugging Face before going and using them on your own computer. Okay, so you can actually switch. You have CoinCoder, um, surely CodeLlama as well. So you can actually filter out by use cases, image generation, and other. So Hugging Face in general gives you all the tools that you need to build, fine tune, host, share AI models. Okay, so let's first start by the first thing, which is building AI models. If you come to the documentation here, you'll see that you have so many libraries from Hugging Face, JavaScript, Python, and if you come to this transformer library here, you'll see that this transformer is actually one of the most popular when you want to work on pre-trained models. So this transformer can help you load models, run them, fine-tune these models, train models, and many, many more. So you can see run inference with pipelines. It's pretty easy. 3 lines of code, and you have a model running. Here, for example, you import a module, you choose the task, like automatic speech recognition that you can find from the list of tasks under, let me go back to Hugging Face. So if you come to the models here, models, you will see the list of tasks here. Okay, you can just choose one of these tasks and pass it to the pipeline. And you can also specify the model that you want to use. This model can be, let's say you want object detection, and you choose one of these models. You can come here and copy it, and you'll see how to use this model with pipeline. Normally, when you click on use the model, sometimes it gives you the code. But as you saw it here, with 3 lines of code, you can run almost any model on. Okay, so they give you this simple, really simple way, as you can see here, pipeline with Whisper. I think we talked about Whisper from OpenAI to be able to transcribe audio to text. And here you can pass an audio and get the text directly for free, directly on your computer. nothing you need to do. 3 lines of code. So it's pretty easy for you. You have to fine tune the pre-trained models. You have so many things that you can do with your library. So you can go through it, explore, see what you can do deeply with Hugging Face. But what I can say is that globally, Hugging Face gives you the complete tool to do training, fine tuning, inference, and many other things. Okay. So with that said, let's go back to the second part of Hugging Face, which is hosting models. You yourself, you can actually create a model and host it here. You can maybe take DeepSeek, fine tune it to a specific use case, let's say coding, and then post it and other people can use it. So it's like basically GitHub for AI models. Same, you can just find what other people did. You can see that they have like 1.5 million models, and you can filter them by amount of download, and you can see that DeepSeek was downloaded 3 million times already. Yeah, so you have all these models here that you can use for your application. So how do you use this model actually? You come to DeepSeek. You have first the simple way of using DeepSeek, which is integrating it or using it with the transformer library, right? If you come here and use this model, you click on transformers, and you'll see that you have this 3 lines of code that will help you use DeepSeek locally. Okay, so you have the same thing here, message, and you pass the model name for text generation, and then you have the messages that will be extracted from the model and give to you. So you don't have a lot to do here to integrate these libraries. Same. Now, if you want to use it without coding, okay, how do you do that? Come to this. Let's say we want to use DeepSeek without coding. You just type DeepSeek. You will see all the models with DeepSeek. You search the one with GGUF at the end, like this. Okay. This is a version that has been transformed to be able to run on small devices. So if you click here, you'll see that you have more providers here, and you can see how to use these providers. It's not really the object of this video, but it's pretty easy. You can install them as you install any application on your computer and directly click on one of these icons and it open the app, so you can directly work with this model or try using them. Okay, as long as your computer can support the specified model. So that's quite interesting, what you can do with transformers here. So you can use it directly in the code if you want to, or you can use the GGUF version to run on your computer without any coding knowledge, using Llama CPP, Llama Studio, Llama VLLM, and other tools. Yes. So with that said, we went through the model part. And also, if you go to the model again and you go to DeepSeek, if you come here, you see here that you have an organization GitHub, like the DeepSeek company can have a page, and you will see all the models that they have published here. For example, this Yan, they published a Yan model recently, if I'm not wrong. Let me search for it. No, and click. Okay, no. Okay, this Janus Pro has been published by Hugging Face by DeepSeek. So you can try it directly here. If you click here, you will see that it's running something, and you can upload an image, describe something, and then get the response from the multimodal understanding. You can also pass here, give a prompt, and get a generated image directly on Hugging Face without nothing outside of Hugging Face. So with that said, I think we went through the space to show you all the apps that you can do, that you can directly use online. So, but what you can do also with Hugging Face is actually hosting models, like hosting them somewhere else. So let's say we want to use, I don't know, DeepSeek or Llama. We use DeepSeek a lot here. Let's say Llama, and you look for Llama 3.1b, 8b instruct here, for example. And you want to deploy this model. You have a small button here called deploy, and this will give you all the providers where you can just with one click deploy it there. So if you come to inference providers, you can see that you have Firework. We talked about Firework in this video, and with Firework you have an OpenAI like API that you can directly use. So you can directly host this model using Firework, And also you can choose other providers here like Azure ML, NVIDIA, DigitalOcean, GPU, and many other providers here. So deploying also is easy with Hugging Face. And as you can see somewhere here, as you can see somewhere here, you can also deploy them in spaces, in Hugging Face spaces, and be able to run them and work with them as well. So you can just click on create a new space. You will deploy this model online so you can work with it. Okay. So yeah, as I mentioned here, you have many possibility of using them all, fine-tuning them all, deploying them all, posting the model online, and whatever you want to do with the model, you can do it with Hugging Face. So Hugging Face enable a lot of other libraries to exist, or a lot of other companies to exist. These companies can be hosting platforms, or just in general training and fine-tuning platforms. So in the next video, we'll talk about this specifically, and how you can use one of the Hugging Face model in one of these provider easily, and have like a simple URL that you can directly integrate in your application. And I will also introduce a bit more the fine-tuning process for this app using one of these providers or the tools that you have online. Okay, so thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.